In the last tutorial, we added that drop-down list so that the user could pick the image file name off a list. And in this one, we do the same thing for on the edit page rather than the add page. So I've already done it here, and rather than doing it and walking you through it, I'm just going to show you what we've done. And so again, here we've popped up the drop-down list. I'm going to change this around a little bit just because this makes this look like there's already something in here. So let's go and look and see what we have in the code already, and then again we need to change this around a little bit. So to get that drop-down list, what I did was same thing as before. We broke the black box by converting this field to a template field, and then the edit item template, we put in a drop-down list. I gave the drop-down list an ID, DDL photos. You can change that to be whatever you want. And then in the selected value, I set this to, well, I got the value from the database and I passed that to a function called checkImage. So this means I have to have some VB code to do this. And the reason I did this is we have to build the drop-down list. You know, the thing we're getting from the database is just one name, but we also want to go and grab a whole other list of things. So which we can't do just with one thing here. So in my VB code, then it's a variation of what we did before, but we make a temporary drop-down list. I put a couple comments in here too, and then we kind of set that equal to our drop-down list on our page. So this has to match the ID of your drop-down list. Then here we change this. I'm sorry. We set this to match our path to our images folder, and then down in here we just go through and basically take all the image names that are in that folder and add them to that list. I also put another little check in here because if there's a name from the database coming in from the database over here, it's going to get stuck in the selected value. And if the selected value, if the case of the name of the database doesn't match the case we're sticking in our list, then things are going to mess up. It's going to throw an error. So the example I put in here is, if in the database it says shoes.jpg, but in the files, actual list of files, it's capital S shoes and capital J PG. It doesn't match, even though you think it's the same name. It's case sensitive. So this is all I'm doing right here. Is if it's there and if everything's the same for the case, then I'm just going to make this be the one that matches the name over here that's in the list, so things will work. Then this last bit is that what do we return? Well, we either return, if there's nothing in the database, we're just going to make the selected one this file is the first file in there. Otherwise, we'll return the name that came from the database. Okay, so that's basically it. Like I said, we're going to come back and change this because right now, like I said, if there wasn't a name in here, it's going to come up and pick a name, and that name will get shoved in the database, and we don't really want that to happen. But again, we'll come back and do that in the next video.